is Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff coming at you live this Sunday on YouTube, November 16th, 2025.
A lot of energy in the crowd. Let's go.
And tonight we are sponsored by which ice cream flavor, Alex?
This is s'mores.
S'mores by who?
Briars?
Who? You're not even a member of the show.
Briars.
Very
Nice.
Joe
All right.
says do.
About the s'mores ice cream?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate for her.
First of all, Jordan, you clearly haven't tried it.
And you may no longer have Alex's support in arguments with Jim.
Yeah, I was on your side. I assumed he did something seriously wrong.
What brand is it? S'mores. ice cream?
Briars?
Oh.
Hold on. I feel like, hold up.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, while Alex is going to confirm what brand of ice cream the s'mores ice cream is, we're going to just start out and let everybody know that I do not know.
Nobody's listening to you, Muff. With Hershey in it.
Yeah, I know. It's very good.
That's on point.
In fact, Jim, the only thing that people could be listening to is me if I'm talking on a
Nobody's
podcast
listening to
version.
you. Hershey s'mores. What store did you get that from, Alex? Where'd you get that from, Alex?
The Family Dollar.
Oh, a cheap, affordable, tasty ice cream. I don't agree with you on the ooh.
Well, Godspeed. I don't do s'mores flavored things. Only the real.
Oh, you got
See,
it.
here's the problem, Muff. When you said we were starting at 8:15, and we were actually all here at 8:15, and I was actually really impressed. We started at 8:20, which is wild. But we didn't have time to get all the debauchery out.
Yeah.
So now what's happening is we're getting the debauchery out
Our
live.
wiggles out. That's on you.
No, it is in fact not on me when I say we're starting at 8:15 and I'm ready at 8:15,
Well,
and you all mentally are not ready.
somehow
In-
I got way
in
to
Jim's
the
defense, he said he would be ready at 8:17.
Had not calmed down yet because I thought I still had a few more minutes, and then emotions went wild over Jim and Zadie's. Things happen.
If Jordan's going to be on the podcast, let her be on the podcast, Jim. She's
I'm
not
trying to
like the
kick her
voice.
out.
She's not like the Wizard of Oz in the
Fine.
background and behind the curtain.
Get out of here.
Sorry, bye.
No, she's allowed to be in here. I don't think that was the point. You missed the point.
No, this is
Jim.
a s'mores ice cream loving family meeting only.
All right.
Well, welcome to Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff. If you've listened this far, you'll now hear about sports talk.
All right. I may or may not have. I don't think there's any videos out there. There could be of me fully buying into the 6-7 hype at this point, gents.
6-7.
Yes, we're going to talk about how that came to be. It was in a wild Division II football game between West Liberty and Wheeling over this past weekend. It happened. We're going to see what comes of it. We're also going to talk about all of the Division I action in college football, the playoff picture, how it's taking shape, and dive into the NFL games from today, Thursday. Jim, now that you're back, we can, I think, officially maybe start talking about some football in the state of Ohio, which we neglected to talk about last week.
That's fine. I was at a game last night. That's fine.
Okay. As always, thanks to everybody that's interacting on the socials at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter, Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Ding ding.
Get the bell on. And if you have not already, make sure that you subscribe, like, turn on those notifications on YouTube because we will be giving away prizes
Prizes?
once we reach 100 subscribers on the YouTube. We're going to get right into the leadoff this week. I'm not going to bury the lead. We're going to talk about how I got into the 6-7 drama this past weekend in the West Liberty Wheeling Division II football game in West Liberty, West
Wait,
Virginia.
this is a football score? I thought this was like basketball.
We thought the same thing after my game I was at on Saturday, too. We're like, wait, that's the basketball score, right? No, football.
Huh.
The score that's being discussed is West Liberty beating Wheeling in a shootout 68-67.
All right.
To end the Division II season for them, right?
To end the Division II season, to end the head coaching career of Roger Walleye. On
What?
the back,
Where have you been, Jim?
I've been on the outs. My fault.
Yes, he is retiring after this year.
All right.
West Liberty University running back Hunter Patterson had 6 total touchdowns in this game, 5 rushing, 1 receiving, over 250 all-purpose yards, if I remember correctly. The 5 rushing touchdowns tie the most rushing touchdowns in a game in West Liberty history. There was pregame chirping, there was postgame fisticuffs, and yes, there was a score at the end of the game that was 67-67.
So the pregame and postgame fights, were they legit?
I did not see the pregame. The postgame was legit.
Were helmets off?
Yes, it was postgame, so there were not many helmets on at that point. I believe the teams had decided prior to the game, because of the pregame chippiness, to not do the handshake line. But as is wont to happen, there's still players converging on the field, like whether they are they know each other and are just going to say hi or whatever. And then, that turned into what it turned into.
Were there cops involved?
Yeah, everything was prepared for the post-game potential. So yes, there was a presence on the field. Even if nothing would have happened, there would have been a presence on the field to address anything that may have come up or to discourage things from happening.
Was there pepper spray and flag planting?
There was no flag planting. There was no pepper spray that was discharged, I think would be the term.
All right, so a little skirmish. All right, cool.
It didn't get as out of control as Ohio State does.
Right.
Yeah, because we don't worry about flags. So when the score was 6-7 to 6-7.
Flag, to be honest, but okay. Sorry.
What's that, Alex?
I said I don't think we had a flag. It might have gotten planted if they were. Well, we were at home.
On your home field, I don't know what that does for you. So when the score became 6-7 to 6-7, I, in the press box, as I want to do, did some discussing, and then I was like, "Hey guys, did we realize the score 6-7, 6-7?" And then I stood up, did the whole thing. I was sort of like yelling. I wasn't yelling like yelling, but I was definitely raising my voice and calling attention to the fact in the press box. And apparently, I was talking loud enough that people in the stands heard me and looked up and were doing it with me. So I do not know if there is any type of video out there. Then the PA announcer got on and said, "And everybody, the score is 6-7 to 6-7." And that, again, erupted into some funny business in the crowd.
I hope you got on the booth next to you, too.
The booth next to me, Nate, there was nobody in that press box.
Boo.
The visiting team did not have press that day.
I know that I'm going to sound like the old man on the porch here, but to be completely honest, I hate the 6-7 thing.
Well, Alex, get pumped because it is all over the basketball world right now.
Well, I don't get it, and it's stupid.
Okay. It is old man on the porch. Jim, are your kids into this?
Yeah, they are.
Are they really into it?
Yeah. The best thing that's happened in my house is their wrestling coach. If they bring it up, they have to do push-ups.
Oh, nice.
And so it's kind of curbed it a little bit. So that's the best thing that has drawn away from the 6-7 thing.
All right. In a high-scoring game that we were engaged in, let's just say that I earned my money that day as the person doing the input for the live stats. A lot going on all at once, all the time. Mixed in between all of that were 3 basketball games on Friday at West Liberty hosting a pre-season tournament, and then the football game, and then 3 more games that evening. So the additional JOB definitely was in full effect over the weekend.
You got your fill of Hilltopper athletics, is what you're saying.
I got all of my fill of Hilltopper athletics. Speaking of push-ups, Jim.
Yeah.
the dodgeball reel that we did, talking about you wanting to pelt your daughter
Uh-huh.
with a dodgeball. Over 1K views, a lot of likes. We have any updates on how that's being received in the household?
I just as pre-show, Joe was okay with it, and that's what matters. So I'm
True.
okay with it if she's okay with it.
So not only do your children have to do push-ups when they get hit with dodgeballs, but they also have to do it if they do the 6-7.
Yeah.
What else happens in wrestling practice?
Is that a house
requires
rule too?
push-ups? Oh,
You should
yeah.
continue that onto the house.
I will do that. I really don't have any issues with 6-7 at the house. That they know better.
See, I like that.
They know better. All right, and lastly, to lead off, shout out to ZMC Sports, regularly posting content on YouTube. They have a social presence. They welcomed me as a guest last week on their podcast. You can check out the conversation. It's about a 20 to 25 minute short podcast episode that is recorded in a broadcast studio at West Liberty University. And there is possibilities of me returning in future weeks. So good job, boys. Keep up with your content creation.
I have questions about this. First off, you're fit. You look good. That was a nice outfit. Is that your everyday fit?
What you would have seen, Jim, and what I reposted to our socials was a non-teaching day fit.
A non
You're not teaching in that outfit.
No, I do not. I do not teach in that. I usually have like the button down.
I mean, if that was teaching Muff, that would have been a hit for the kids. I would have been okay with that. Also, you just said recording studio, as in like, does West Liberty have a legit studio, or is it in the same spot?
It is in the broadcast studio, so the radio station.
Like where we first started this show.
Yes, where we first started, not this show, but the concept of this show. Yes,
Right. All right. Good for you, Muff.
Return to the roots. Yeah, they're getting into it. It's gonna be fun for them.
We should invite them to this show.
We will be. Well, them is going to be tough, Jim. That's 7 people in a podcast episode.
Fuck it. Let's go.
We can barely hold it on for 4 people.
Let's do it.
All right, maybe we'll do one at a time.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Jim, there is one person that is very interested to talk about basketball.
Well, he can have my spot that night.
He can have my spot that night. All right, well, gentlemen, keep it going. And that brings us into our football talk starting in the NFL Week 11. Thursday Night Football as the Pats take down the Jets 27-14. Patriots continue to win, stay atop their division, and there's a little bit louder chatter now about Drake May possibly for MVP.
I don't know how you do that when you have a game that what's his say from Buffalo had today. Like 6 touchdowns today. What's his name? Damn it.
I don't know. Is he playing the Jets?
What's that?
You know, the game we're kind of trying to talk about.
Yeah, but I'm saying we can't give him the MVP when he's playing the Jets.
Just say the conversation's getting louder, and the gentleman you're thinking about, Jim, is pretty prominent football player Josh Allen.
Listen, I'm old. My memory's shot.
Just so we're clear, I am older than you.
Yeah. Well, just so you're clear, I'm still hungover from last night.
Well, there's Jim's problem for today. But yes, the Patriots win 27-14. Any other thoughts on Patriots or the Jets in this one?
Jets just end the season.
Period.
The uniforms are on point.
Whose?
The Patriots.
There we go. All right, in Sunday morning football from Spain, the Dolphins taking on the Commanders in the last game abroad. The Dolphins demonstrate that they still got some fight in them, and they do win another one from a depleted Commanders squad, 16-13. Commanders had QB2 Marcus Mariota go out for part of this game, also still without Scary Terry.
There were multiple times in this game where both teams could have taken points that probably would have ended this in regulation.
Yeah.
100%. With the Dolphins and what they've done over the past few weeks, are they going to sneak back into some competition for playoff spots, or do we think this is a blip on the radar because of the Commanders' injury situation?
There's
This is
too many
a
good
blip.
teams in the AFC for them to come back.
Yeah. This is a blip.
All right, Alex, thoughts?
No, I agree. I think that the Dolphins got lucky against a team that's struggling.
All right, in a game that went to overtime, the Panthers take down the Falcons 30-27. Panthers pull this one out to improve to 6-5, while the Falcons fall to 3-7, just not able to take that next step, get over the top, and get wins in close games. I will be honest, I did not realize the Falcons were 3-7 until I looked this up. I thought they were more around 500.
Yeah, they seem like they're like a good team. I keep thinking the same thing every time I'm like, oh, the Falcons. And then I'm like, then you see that and you're like, they're actually not. I'm not sure why I feel that way.
They're very streaky. They're up and they're down. They're up and they're down.
Yes.
But this was one game that, as a Bucs fan, we needed them to win today. But shit happens. It's the NFC South.
It is the NFC South. Jim, thoughts?
I don't have any thoughts. I have no thoughts.
Nothing going on upstairs.
Hear that, Jordan? No thoughts. We're good. We're in the clear.
No thoughts. No thoughts. In a game that featured the aforementioned Josh Allen
Thank you.
taking on Nate's Bucks, the Bills win in a shootout 44-32 as Josh Allen accounts for 6 total touchdowns. And the Bills pull away in the second half in this one. Nate, were you watching this? What were your feelings? How do you feel about the Bucks today?
It was not on the local market today. You can't beat anybody in the NFL giving up 44 points, but Josh Allen proved today that he's still Josh Allen. They had no answers for him today whatsoever.
Ibuka wasn't a big player in the game either. They didn't really go to him. Baker seemed off towards the fourth quarter. Like he was holding on the ball too long. Almost like the pressure got
I think
to him.
late in games he just tries to press too much, and then on the
Yeah.
Ibuka thing, I mean, he's kind of burst onto the scene, but now that wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 have been out, everybody's keen on him. So now it's like, okay, these other young guys got to step up too, because Emeka's already made his point or shown that he's a high-quality receiver as a rookie. So now they need Sterling Shepard and all these other guys that are like wide receiver 4, 5, 6 on the depth chart to step up.
Well, I think what happens is you had Ibuka at the beginning of this season where he was kind of unproven, so he was open more often. It's like now they know he's one of their main weapons. He's going to be more covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Kate Otten didn't show up in this game either, so not even wide receivers 3, 4, 5, but tight end 1 wasn't even a factor.
No,
Bills,
and he only makes a few catches here and there. He's not really a primary receiver as much as he could be.
yeah. The Bills, the defense is not helping this team. So be interested to see how they go down the stretch, if they figure anything out, if they prepare for the postseason. But right now, this is squarely on the shoulders of Josh Allen, a little bit reminiscent of some of what Lamar Jackson had last year, where if he's not playing well, they may as well just chalk up a loss.
Yeah, I agree.
Jim, Nate talked about not having in his market. I know that you had some exciting news happen on Friday regarding YouTube TV.
YouTube TV is back, baby. I played the game and I won, and I am happy. Mouse didn't catch me.
Mouse didn't get Jim on this one.
Yeah.
That's
amen,
also
mate.
true.
Amen.
Still time. Jim's NFL team, the Texans, squeak one out against the Titans 16-13. Dougie Davis-Mills at quarterback for the Texans. They do find a way to get the win from a hapless Titans team coming off a bye. Don't think anybody really expected this to be very competitive. I think the spread was it 6.5 or 7?
Yeah, 6 or 7.
Was it 6 or 7? Jim, your thoughts about the Texans' effort today, and how are you feeling about them moving forward?
I think today's effort was, they didn't cover, but I think with CJ out, this is the W wanted, so we'll take it.
Take the win when you can get it. Speaking of taking wins when they can get it, the Bears, another team that I did not realize their current record, beat the Vikings 19-17, improved to 7-3. That's correct. If you did not know, you heard that right. Bears are 7-3 with this win in a good spot. In a good spot for their season and for the playoffs at this point.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna make noise in the playoffs. Like they're a quiet 7-3, but I don't feel threatened by the Bears if I'm anybody making the playoffs.
I agree. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison as the top wide receivers in Minnesota. With everything that's been going on with the switch, how long does J.J. McCarthy get to develop within this system before they do something different at the quarterback position or something different to the offensive coordinator? Because those are two wide receivers you cannot keep down. They are going to speak up. They're going to look for what they can get somewhere else if needed.
Yep. Quickly, Muff. It will happen quickly.
Quickly. Nate, Alex, any thoughts on that?
Not really.
I think maybe not this year, but McCarthy, give him maybe one more year because this is his first full season. And if he can't find it next year, they'll move on.
Yeah, that's kind of the important thing there is like with McCarthy, it feels like he's a rookie. He's technically not, but with the injury, he almost is. So you have to give him a little bit of grace, but only so much.
All right, the Packers pulling out against the Giants, 27-20. Jameis Winston got the start for the Giants. Jordan Love in this game did go down early, but returned to help lead the Packers to a much-needed win. Packers improved to 6-3-1 on the season. How do we feel about the Packers coming out of this game? Alex?
I think that the Packers have shown they feel very average, and they're kind of like, I don't want to say they're like the Falcons when we talked about earlier, like streaky, because they overall obviously have a better record than a team like the Falcons, but do I trust them week in and week out to win the game? No. Like against the Giants, yes, I would take them. Against the Chiefs, the Broncos, etc., no. So I don't know. I feel very average about the Packers, but they aren't a bad team. I'm glad to see Jordan Love wasn't seriously hurt because that would have really put a damper on things for him. He went out. I think it was the first half, and Malik Willis came in, threw a touchdown, which was good. But
all right, Nate, any thoughts on this game?
No, Jameis Winston eating a dub.
he ate something. Jim, how are you feeling about these teams?
I think the Packers are. I'm not happy with their performance if I'm a Packers fan. Like, glad they got a win, but I think they wanted more at the start of the season, and they're just not getting it.
I think that might be kind of like where I'm coming from. Like, I'm calling them an average team, but like, I kind of expect them to be better than they are on paper, and they're just average. I don't really know whether they're going to win or lose each week.
Yep.
All right, in a rematch of the Unk Bowl, only one of the vets makes it through the game as Aaron Rodgers goes out late in the second quarter with a wrist injury, I believe is what's been reported. Mason Rudolph comes in and helps the Steelers pull away in the second half, winning 34-12. Steelers improve to 6-4. Have we all seen the Darnell Washington clip of his catch and run?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jim?
Why he's not featured more often, I don't understand.
He's
huge.
You have not, Jim? Well, go find that because he made everyone else look like small children on the field through a stiff arm and by just bowling over somebody like a bowling pin.
Gotcha.
He is just a force of a human being.
Yes, he's like 6'6", 6'7". They list him at like 260 pounds, but everyone assumes he's 285. I get it. That's his true height. That's not me trying to be funny. But yeah, I agree with Nate. He's starting to become more featured. He's taking more snaps.
He's our tush push guy.
He is part of the Pittsburgh version of the tush push. So we'll see where that goes. After the game, it did come out that Aaron Rodgers is going to get further testing about his non-throwing hand wrist. He got hit and fell back and looked like he landed on his wrist somewhat awkwardly. So we'll see what comes of that. But Mason Rudolph did perform well while he was in there. Aside from Aaron Rodgers, the scuttlebutt of this game, Jalen Ramsey, Jamar Chase.
That was An altercation.
Go ahead, Alex. Explain what happened.
So before the play before, they had some scuttlebutt. Both got 15-yard personal foul penalties. The next play, I'm not sure what happened. They were kind of standing there. They said something back and forth. Jalen Ramsey grabs Jamar Chase by the helmet, appears to have thrown a punch with the other hand into the helmet, much to Nate's chagrin. And altercation happened. I'll give Jamar Chase credit. He kept his cool, didn't lift his hands. Jalen Ramsey gets the flag and tossed from the game.
And then
information
comes out, and there is video which appears to be real and not altered, that what prompted Jalen Ramsey to reach for the face mask and throw some type of punch or something is that Jamar Chase appeared to spit in the vicinity, in the direction of Jalen Ramsey. Nate, if that is true, does that make you feel any differently about the situation?
No, because it's always the second guy that gets caught.
Okay. If this is true, what do we expect from the league as far as punishment for Jamar Chase, knowing that Jalen Carter was tossed from a game 1 of the season within the first minute when he spit on Dak Prescott?
Well, I mean, considering he was ejected right away and they didn't initially see this, if that's what really happened, I would imagine, knowing the NFL and the way things have gone lately, he'll probably be fined, not suspended. Although I think there's a precedent there that Jalen Carter got tossed, that Jamar should be suspended a game as well. But we'll wait and see what happens.
All right. Jim, any thoughts on all of that, knowing all the information?
I'm not going to outright say he didn't spit on him. Like, I think it's very. His lips were pierced. It looked as though, but there was. I also say that's not real clear cut either.
That he spit, or that he spit on him?
That he spit on him.
Okay. So we're not debating that there's spit.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see. I'm sure that there's going to be something that comes out either by the end of tonight or tomorrow morning on Monday about what will happen after this. Alex, how you feeling about the Steelers after today?
Well, it was a big win. We needed it for the division situation. What'll really matter is when we get into playing the Ravens. But I feel good about it. Our defense looked good. I dropped him in fantasy football. I think that really helped him based on my fantasy football performance this year. But yeah, I was happy with today's win. It was solid. It seemed good. I hope Aaron Rodgers' hand is okay. And yeah.
All right. In the Yikes game of the week, the Jaguars dominate the Chargers 35-6. After the Chargers look like they may be starting to turn the corner in the past couple weeks, the Jags come from nowhere and dominate this from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw that outcome coming, but I mean, Chargers are decimated with injuries on their O-line. Both tackles are out for the year. But for them to only put up 6 against the Jags, I think, is definitely the yikes maybe of the year thus far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think people could have assumed this may be a competitive game, but not this type of blowout win for the Jags. Next, we have the Rams beating Seahawks 21-19. This game pitting NFC title contenders against each other. The Rams do get the better of the Seahawks, hold on for a 2-point win. Additional name being thrown out there, not maybe as the MVP favorite, but as somebody of note, Matthew Stafford from the Rams getting some looks now in the MVP world.
As he should.
Alex, Jim, any thoughts on this game? Matthew Stafford, the Rams, or the Seahawks?
I mean, Matthew Stafford. Sorry. I just said Matthew Stafford for the record, but I meant to say Matthew Stafford definitely deserves some looks for MVP. I mean, who else do you put there? No one has really delineated themselves as the clear MVP of the league. this is a good game, good matchup. The Seahawks have played better than I would expect them to this season. The Rams have had a great season, so yeah, I like to see that it was a close game. I think it shows that both teams really are good, and that's that.
Yeah.
All right, Jim.
Beautiful take from Alec. Beautiful take. I can't argue
Thanks,
that.
Jim.
All right. The Ravens beat the Browns 23-16. The Ravens improved to 5-5 and are now the big bag dog, no longer lurking in the shadows in the background in the AFC North and the AFC playoff picture. Myles Garrett, 4 sacks in this one. Browns defense kept them in. Storyline postgame, in addition to the Ravens' improvement, is that Dylan Gabriel was ruled out in the second half with a concussion, and Shadur Sanders got his first action of his rookie campaign. Alex, I feel like this outcome is about what you were hoping for and expecting.
I just want to read a text that I got from my cousin. It just says, quote, "He's as bad as I thought he'd be," end quote.
Shadur Sanders, 416 passing for 47 yards, was sacked twice, 1 interception, 1 fumble. And I have to assume this is Alex's note or Nate's note, hence why he's not the starter for the Browns.
I did not put that, but I second it.
100% a Nate note then.
Correct.
100% a Nate note. Jim?
I have a hard time beating on Shador here. Like, I have a hard time.
Emotional.
Jim, I have sources that say this is about what he does in practice as well.
Sources.
What you have sources, Nate?
Yeah,
I do.
multiple NFL sources.
Ooh, we got somebody in the Texans,
Cannot
apparently somebody in
confirm.
Browns camp.
Cannot confirm nor deny, but I hear he is just about the quality of play today matches his practice output.
All right. We'll see what happens next week, as the status for Dylan Gabriel will remain uncertain. I'm assuming at least through the middle of the week, as he's in the concussion protocol.
Now let's, just for shits and giggles, before someone giggles and shits, let's see who the Browns play next week. The Browns next week at the Raiders.
Huh? Well, I guess if you're going to put him out there, it's a decent team to put him out there against. Good. Nobody else has thoughts?
Woof.
Woof, woof. All right. 49ers beat up on the Cards 41-22 as Brock Purdy and Ricky Pearsall return for the Niners. The Cardinals still without Kyler Murray, and this week without Marvin Harrison Jr. He's out after suffering appendicitis.
Why is it
bad.
the new Call of Duty comes out and it truly is like they just shit the bed?
You've answered your own question, Jim.
I don't get it.
Something in Arizona and Call of Duty and video gaming that apparently has got everybody in a bad spot. Alex, what's a reasonable return for Marvin Harrison Jr. after appendicitis? 1 week, 2 weeks, a week?
Yeah, about 2 weeks, I'd say. The biggest thing, I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with the surgery itself. It just has to do with like the healing up of where they did the surgery, and not getting a hernia or anything. But I'd say 2 or 3 weeks for someone young and healthy, probably.
All right, so maybe another week without Marvin Harrison Jr. next week. Bad news for the Cards and the rest of their season at this point. In a matchup of AFC title contenders, we had the Broncos versus the Chiefs. And while Travis Kelce set a Chiefs franchise touchdown record in this game, it was not enough. The Broncos put themselves in a very good spot. I'm going to say uncatchable, but close to uncatchable position, winning 19-16, winning on a last-second field goal. The Chiefs now 5-5 in a spot where making the playoffs is seriously in question.
That would be a wild thing if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs.
Jim, is there any conspiracy here that Taylor Swift not on tour? She's engaged now. Maybe we don't.
They're going to make
need
the
to prop
playoffs.
up the
I
Chiefs.
don't know why we're sweating it. They're going to make the playoffs. Like
They're making the playoffs because you think they're good enough, or because the NFL will make sure they
they
make the
need
playoffs?
them on that wall.
They do. I mean, I think the whole NFL world needs them on that wall. Any other thoughts on this game?
Nope. It was,
The
I mean,
Broncos are
game.
good, man.
Yeah, very similar to like what I said about the Rams and Seahawks. I think two teams that are both good teams showed up. I mean, I know we're talking about the Chiefs being 5-5, but of late they have improved, and it was just the game you expected, which was a nice change of pace from how it usually ends up.
Indeed. I mean, Sunday Night Football live look in. We have the Lions taking on the Eagles. The score is currently
3-0 Eagles.
3-0 Eagles. In this one, what are we thinking? Eagles going to pull this one out, or is it going to be a fun Dan Campbell game?
I hope it's a Dan Campbell game.
Me too.
Me thrice.
All right, I'm on board with that. In other news in the NFL, Justin Tucker's 10-game suspension is now up. Do we think any teams are going to take a chance and pull him in, especially for a playoff run this season?
I'd be kind of surprised, but at the same time, I wouldn't be, just because I feel like the NFL generally disregards morals for the most part.
Yeah, that's a great take.
I
I
mean,
mean, if they had any solid chance, I mean, it seems like somebody the Browns would take a chance on, given their history, right?
someone said that how long before they signed with the Browns. I actually saw a post about that.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. I mean, Dolphins? The Dolphins kicking situation.
That's another potential.
There's a lot of opportunity there. All right, anything else in the NFL?
Not really.
All right, let's move into college football. Week 12. We're going through the games, not in the order of rank, but I put them together in a hodgepodge order of most highly contested or important games. First, we have number 11, Oklahoma 23, number 4, Alabama 21.
Yeah, we were on the wrong side of this game, guys.
Who's we?
Sorry.
Well, I don't think Jim was on any side, was he? Or were you on
I
Oklahoma?
was.
Oh,
I
were you
took
really?
Oklahoma.
I didn't. Okay, I didn't. I guess I didn't remember that was the best bet of yours. I thought.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
I apologize for my transgression.
It's okay. I forgive you.
All right, Jim, what do you have to say about this game?
It was a good game. I thought Alabama was not a solid team, not a number 4 team for sure. And Oklahoma was getting healthy. I thought this was the perfect storm for them to catch Alabama, and they did.
All right, both teams still squarely in the playoff picture. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Number 5, Georgia 35, number 10, Texas 10. Texas finally shows the chink in the armor that people have been stating is there. They finally face another top team. Obviously, they've lost to Ohio State at the beginning of the season, but a team in the SEC put them in their place.
Yeah,
I think at some point, like, this is going to be like, Jim, you hypocritical asshole, which, I mean, that's my role in the show. At some point, like, it's not Arch's fault either. Like, at some point, we got to look at Sark and be like, hey, buddy, some of this is on you.
Yep, at some point, I mean, especially in Texas, there's going to be finger pointing quickly if a Texas team, not even the University of Texas, but any Texas team, does not perform well. There are now some SEC fans starting to do a little chirping about maybe some Big Ten bias, as Georgia now has as many wins versus ranked opponents as Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon combined.
And this is why, like, I love the SEC. Take the number 1 spot. Please. Do it. I don't want it. Take 2 if you want. Lane Kiffin's got it made. Like, he wants to be 8 or 9. Because that's the road in. Dude, like, we don't want to be number 1. That's not a spot you want to be in this whole new setup. So, like, all right, you guys got more ranked wins. Congratulations.
Well, Jim, it's not going to be the same as last year.
it's still the setup is still the draw is still goofy.
It's ranked. It's just 1 through 12.
Yeah, it's 1 through 12 now, Jim. It's not goofy anymore.
Okay, I understand. I get what you're saying, and I'm not. What I'm saying is the way that number one sits, right? They still have to sit and have that bye and come out cold against a team that probably is a world beater at 8 or 9.
This was actually a question on College Game Day this week. With Nick Saban was talking about, would you rather have the first round bye or be the number one? Like, would you rather have a home? No, I'm sorry. Would you rather have a first round bye or would you rather have a home playoff game?
Home playoff game. Please.
What did Nick Saban say, Alex?
He was kind of 50-50. He said first round bye, but you have to not like practice your guys to death. Because if you just like practice them really hard for that whole period, then you've burnt them out and they're burnt out by the time the game comes.
But like that's Nick Saban. I don't think there's many people that coach like Nick Saban does.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember Nick Saban has NFL experience, which meant that, I mean, albeit not fantastic, he understood how bye weeks work and how to use that time.
The perfect example for why you don't want to be number one, Dan Lanning in Oregon. I think the way that he handled the bye last year is the perfect reason why I'm like, no, please, like, give me a game.
So is this you not wanting the top seed because you don't trust Ryan Day or because you just don't like the off week?
I don't want the off week. I thought Ryan Day, and I don't trust Ryan Day, like regardless of whether game or no game. I thought the way he handled going in is the way to do it. I thought he found the formula. That's one thing I'll give him credit for. So, like, I don't really care if we're number one. Win the top 12, cool. Let's go.
I would like to put a pin in that. And at some point at a later time, maybe in the next 2 years, I'm going to remember that you said that, and I'm going to bring it up.
Yeah. But like, I call back to, have I ever wanted to be number one, Muff, in our friendship?
You've never wanted to be number one.
Thank you.
But you have very consistently said to me, why is Penn State okay just being a team that makes the playoff? And that's the reason why. I don't care what position we are. Just get us in the playoff.
I think that's a little different.
No, that's you using the situation against me whenever you just said, I just want to be in the top 12.
Okay. I will allow this. But I think Penn State needs to have a more aggressive winning attitude.
Well, this year aside.
The previous years, I think they need to have a chip on their shoulder and go out there and beat fucking teams.
Right.
And not just win.
All right. Clemson, Happy Dabo takes down number 20 Louisville 20-19.
This is more of a statement on how bad Louisville is.
I will say I did watch Dabo's post-game interview, and he seems to be very proud of the team overachieving and staying together as a group. For what it's worth, he seems to be excited that the team is not given up.
Because he has a job.
Number 3, Texas A&M, 31, South Carolina 30. A&M was down 30-3 at one point in this game.
This is what I don't understand, and we're going to get to the cop situation, I'm sure, but I was sitting in Noah's house the whole first half, and it was breaking news on ESPN as if someone had been shot. That's how bad Texas A&M was getting killed. And we were on the quad boxing, like we were seeing, and every one of them was breaking in as if someone had been murdered in Texas. We drove literally 10 minutes to be on campus. We walked another 10 minutes to get to a bar. And all of a sudden, South Carolina just quit. There was no more game. What happened?
Do we think South Carolina quit or Texas A&M was like, oh shit, we got to go?
You tell me. I'm telling you from like my 20-minute walk, that's what it felt like. I didn't see any more because I'm obviously standing in a crowded bar. I don't know what happened. So someone enlighten me. What the hell happened?
Well, Jim, we all know that I was not tuned in.
So, Alex, did you watch?
I was watching WVU, and when I saw it was that was the record, I flipped over to it briefly on and off. But no, I was primarily focused on WVU. But the vibe I got just from the little bits I watched were that Texas A&M started the game probably like, oh, it's South Carolina and they're not very good and we're good, so let's like back off a little bit. And then when they came up, they're like, oh shit, we got to win this, and went and won it.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. From what I've listened to from Unnecessary Roughness, the sentiment was Texas A&M was people still didn't believe they weren't going to win. I'm not going to say 30-3, but there was still this thought that Texas A&M was going to find a way, and they ultimately did. So I don't think that was necessarily 30-3. I think people were definitely shitting their pants at that point. But as they started to come back, it seemed like the momentum shifted very quickly. So that seems to be the sentiment there. Jim alluded to it, but we also had a Texas State trooper who was relieved of his stadium duties due to a interaction with South Carolina players that I'm just going to say it was him big dicking the situation. South Carolina players were doing a little celebrating and were just in the tunnel while South Carolina was winning this game. The state trooper walked by them, put his elbows out, created the contact, and then gave them the "what are you doing? Get out of my way" kind of attitude. But yes, it was stated that he was relieved of his stadium duties immediately.
That's a good summation.
Yep.
I think him turning around was almost like he was baiting a fight.
Yeah.
And the guy did not bite the cookie, as we say in my house. Like, he did not fall for it.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to that player. But kudos to the other guy. And, like, that's not, at least from the TikToks and the Twitters that I see, like, we don't talk about the guy on the left. Because the cop hits him.
Mm-hmm.
And not the player who scores. He kind of brushes the guy who scores. And the guy on the left, he took the brunt of the hit from the cop. The cop comes back at the guy who scores, who just got the brush. And the guy who took the hit moved his player along. Like, hey, that's a cop. We got a game to play. And kind of like handled the business like an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos to that guy. Like, he needs to get his flowers. Because, like, if that was me and you, Muff,
yeah,
and you had scored and I got blasted by the cop, and the cop comes at you, I'm going to jail. Like, I'm not going to be like, no, Muff, let's go play the game. I'm like, no, Muff, go play the game. I got this one. And I'm going to jail. So, and I think the guy should be fired or suspended for more than just the stadium thing. Like,
No, I'm glad that they took that action.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
All right, number 17, USC 26, number 21, Iowa 21.
Ferentz should lose his job. I'm calling for his head. I watched, again, the first half of that.
Mm-hmm.
USC was genuinely not the better team. And for them to let USC back in my opinion, from what I saw, Ferentz is not a good coach. He's outclassed.
All right. What do we feel about USC? You're saying, Jim, USC not a top level contender. Are they just going to be middling around that 15 ranking?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Number 7, Ole Miss 34, Florida 24.
Ugh. Sad Joe. Ole Miss didn't cover. But I should have listened because that was the swamp. They were in the swamp. I should have thought deeper in that.
I did not call you out on that because that has not been the same this year.
Yeah.
But Dabo took his belt off,
At the
handed
end
it
of
to
the
a
game.
player,
Yeah.
and threw up the deuces.
So the player could do the belt to ass thing.
The Lane did that. Yeah, Kiffin. I love him.
Never a dull moment with Lane.
I love him. And he loves Old Miss when he was questioned.
He loves Ole Miss. Everybody loves Ole Miss until you get offered $200 million, Jim.
That's right.
All right, number 1, Ohio State, 48, UCLA 10 in a game which Jim attended.
I have so many stories that I can't tell on air. But
Was Jeremiah Smith open?
there were some open things, but Jeremiah Smith walks off the field with a limp. Columbus is in full panic. Tate was not at this game. Columbus is in a full panic. Generally, when our players are good, I think like all players, 4th string players are good. I think Nico not playing crushed UCLA. That's about all you can say about this game. UCLA cheerleaders are my favorite cheerleaders.
Because
very talented.
They're intelligent.
Very intelligent, very talented. Good stuff.
I mean, I'm glad that's what you tell your wife. Number 18, Michigan 24, Northwestern 22. In a game that was very much in doubt throughout, Michigan pulls this one out.
5 turnovers? 5 turnovers, I think. Bryce Underwood is not the real deal.
Yes, he definitely had a poor performance, and I'm not going to say he's the real deal, but I just don't think he's meeting those expectations that were probably unrealistic. So I'm not going to condemn his situation. I'm just going to say he's playing like a freshman.
Ohio State fans are weird.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on record.
I'm glad you're going on record. It's something we've known for a long time.
Very weird. So I'm standing at a very packed tailgate bar situation, and they are rooting for Michigan to lose this game. And I get it. They're the enemy. I understand. But in 2 weeks, don't we want to take away their playoff dreams? Like, don't we want to crush their souls? Why would we let Northwestern have that ability? Nope. We want them to lose. Bad. Like, no, man. I don't want that. But the whole crowd. And then they're mad that he made a 30-yard field goal. Like, come on, guys. But overall, Bryce Underwood, not great.
Yeah, they played this game at Wrigley Field. I think they play their next home game at Wrigley Field as well, as they anticipate to move into a new stadium next year. So Northwestern, that is. So we'll see what comes.
I hope that Northwestern coach gets
are they going
more
to
support.
tall grass there too?
It's a new stadium. I think it's some type of artificial service, Nate.
Yeah.
So unless it's artificially long, I don't think so.
Artificially long.
I hope that Northwestern's coach gets more support. I hope they find some kind of NIL situation. I like him.
I mean, all the broadcasters come from Northwestern. Don't they have money to toss around?
Do you think?
Yeah.
As much as they talk about being broadcasters and being news people, you'd think they have money to throw around.
He's a player's coach, man.
Navy beats number 24 South Florida 41-38.
South Florida took a shit most of this game.
Yep, this definitely calls who's going to be the top ranked G5 team into question. TBD there. Number 2, Indiana 31, Wisconsin 7.
Solid Indiana win coming back off of the Penn State close call.
Yeah.
Wisconsin may have shot their wad last week with their win.
Yep.
Number 6, Texas Tech 48, UCF 9. Texas Tech does what they're supposed to do in this one.
Yep.
True.
Let's keep moving along. Number 25, Cincinnati upset by Arizona 30-24. And for all of the bashing we did of Arizona early in the season, they have a winning record right now.
They do.
Cincinnati's a pretender.
They hurt us.
They did.
We got in their head.
We did. Number eight, Oregon 42, Minnesota 13. Again, the outcome that was expected.
Oregon looked better than they have in the recent weeks, though.
Yeah, I put the Iowa game as a bit of an outsider. There was a weather game there. It was raining.
It was raining on the Minnesota game, though, too.
Yeah, but I think Iowa is a better team than Minnesota. So I think that was more of an equalizing factor in that game.
I think they were able to keep that quarterback upright and untouched in this game, and that was a bigger deal.
Number 9, Notre Dame 37. Number 22, Pitt 15.
Fucking
Go ahead,
Notre Dame
Alex.
doesn't care that they lost, so should we?
Pitt sucks.
I agree. Eat shit.
I mean, if anybody beat Pitt this year, it's not really a win, is it? That's how bad they suck.
The only reason I would have wanted Pitt to win this game is so I could have used the transitive property of saying that WVU is better than Notre Dame.
I mean, it's just a cupcake win for any team.
First of all, shut the F up. Right now. We're being friends this episode.
But we're not playing the song, though.
Which song? The Pit Fight song that I
Why
put
can't
on
we be
socials?
friends?
Oh,
Can't
no,
be
we
friends?
can't play
Nah.
that. That's why we're not friends anymore. Number 12, BYU 44, TCU 13. BYU bounce back win.
Yeah.
Yep.
Solid win.
Number 13, Utah
Yep, suck it on
55,
up.
Baylor. Okay, Nate. Number 13, Utah 55, Baylor 28.
I don't know.
Good weekend to be a Utah sports fan, I guess.
That's it. It's a good weekend for the Mormons. Number 15, Miami 41, NC State 7.
Was never even a question. Miami just rolled.
Miami rolls. Number 16, Georgia Tech 36, Boston College 34.
Georgia Tech got to get it together.
If Georgia Tech finds their way into the playoff, every team would raise their hand and say, we'll play them week 1, whether we have a bye or not.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Without question. Number 19, Virginia 34, Duke 17. I think this puts the fork in Duke as the potential ACC title contender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they had to win out.
Yeah, they did. That ACC situation is going to be interesting down the stretch. You have 3 teams tied right now top the division or top the conference. That's going to be that may be the most fun end of season conference race with teams that we probably don't care about watching. But
Right.
nonetheless, still maybe a fun race to watch. Number 23, Tennessee 42, New Mexico State 9.
Yay.
As expected.
SEC is doing that. The SEC doing that SEC thing where they play some.
Oh, Alex, don't look ahead to next week's schedule
no,
because
I
it's
know.
the week for it.
I know. It just pisses me off.
Arizona State 25, WVU 23.
You know what? Sucks
What,
because
Alex?
Yeah, tell us.
sucks because we almost won this game, but at the same time, like if you'd have asked me 5 weeks ago when we played Arizona State if we were going to play them to the point where it like came down to the final possessions, I'd have said that you were high. So I'm okay with where we're at.
All right, Penn State 28, Michigan State 10. Interim coach Terry Smith gets his first win. Penn State plays a overall solid game, at least by the gameplay and stats that I saw while I was doing another football game. So we get a win, boys. Hooray.
Land Grant Trophy, right?
Land Grant Trophy, correct. Good job, Alex. I'm glad you remembered that.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it doesn't really matter. We have the AP poll for this week. We will anticipate the Tuesday unveiling of the new college football playoff picture. We have Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss. I think that's about as expected. Next 5, we have Texas Tech, Oregon, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Bama. So Bama is the one that makes the drop there. Oklahoma moving up. And then 11 through 15, we have BYU, Vandy, Utah, Miami, Georgia Tech. Do we expect any major shakeups in the college football playoff unveiling?
I'm just curious to see where the college football playoff committee puts Bama after this loss.
Yes, I think that's the one that everybody's going
Because
to
they kind of follow suit with the AP. Yeah.
So we will see. We will see. We will see. Notable matchups for this upcoming week. We've got Rutgers at Ohio State.
Don't worry, Muff. We'll handle your rival.
It's only in your mind, a rival, Jim. Only in your mind. We played our official rival this week whenever we beat Michigan State for the Land Grant Trophy, Jim.
Gotcha.
USC at Oregon. This game has a lot of implications for both teams.
I can't see Oregon not beating them by 14.
Best bet?
Sounds like Jim already has a best bet locked in.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
All right. Missouri at number 11, Oklahoma. Does Darth Vader do something in this one, Jim?
No, this is where the Death Star's already exploded, so.
We're just playing out the storyline now.
Yep.
All right. Number 22, Pitt at number 16, Georgia Tech. I think this is a potential sneaky matchup for Pitt to bounce back and potentially take Georgia Tech on a ride.
Oh, I'm not as confident as you.
Yeah, Pitt's.
I'm not confident. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
Go ahead, Nate. But
Pitt's always good for that. Like every other year, they'll go get an ACC road win against someone they have no business beating. Whether it be this game or whether it's the last game of the regular season, they host Miami. They'll win one of those two games.
Ooh.
I understand, Alex. I understand. BYU at Cincinnati.
BYU here.
BYU big?
Yeah.
BYU significantly.
Okay. Significant 10 plus points, 14 plus points?
Not 14 plus.
Okay.
10 plus maybe.
Okay. All right. Nebraska at Penn State. We're just hoping for a win, boys. Just keep winning.
I was gonna say, what say you, Muff?
We just keep getting some wins. Maybe we'll bring some recruits back. We got to figure out our head coaching situation, which we'll see. We'll see if anything gets decided this week. I do not know. There's a lot of scuttlebutt. I have nothing to report. Yes, Alex, me too. I was expecting something by now. And WU is on a bye.
True. One game left. Texas Tech.
And we'll be there.
Yep.
We'll be there while Jim is watching Ohio State, Michigan in the state of North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, in other college football news, the reports are starting to come out that James Franklin and Virginia Tech are very close to finalizing a deal. The other side of this is
what happens with Florida State. That's what I heard.
Nate, you found this first.
I did not hear anything about Florida State. Actually, it was a push notification on my ESPN app that he was close to the deal with Virginia Tech.
I got the same.
I mean, until Florida State makes a move. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I'm Franklin, I'm not waiting around for another suitor. If I'm comfortable with Virginia Tech and they want me, then we're going to make a deal.
Yeah, Virginia Tech's not a bad landing spot for him.
He knows. I mean,
no,
he
the
was in the area previously, so
wide open.
Yeah. So I think that's a good fit for him, his situation, and I say a soft landing spot.
Well, and Virginia Tech's bad, and I feel like the thing that James Franklin's good at is turning teams around, even if not getting them to like national championship supremacy. So it might not be a bad situation for him in what he excels in.
Indeed. Louisiana State University, LSU, is trying to maybe pull a bit of a Bobby Huggins on Brian Kelly. Kelly's lawyers shared that LSU is saying they never formally fired Kelly and are now moving to officially fire Brian Kelly for cause, which would impact his $54 million buyout.
I feel like Kelly should have just left quietly.
I don't know. You let the governor run his mouth like that.
Well, if they're trying to say that they're going to not give you your buyout, yeah, I'm not going out quietly either.
Well, I thought they were giving him the buyout.
No, they're trying not to.
No,
They're
they're trying
trying
to
not
say
to.
fire him for a cause.
Oh, I thought this was because Brian Kelly started shit that they weren't. I misinterpreted that. Never mind.
No.
Yeah, they're trying to fire him for cause and saying he was never officially let go yet.
Okay.
They just relieved him of his duties, but his contract had not been terminated.
Gotcha.
And they're pushing to fire him for whatever reasons they have under their blankets and under their shrouds here.
What if they come out with some like crazy thing?
Well, here's the funny thing: if they never formally fired you, why didn't you show up to the next game?
Well, you can still tell somebody they're no longer the coach and still have them on the payroll.
I'd say unless you make it official, I'm going to be there.
We will see. I'm going to be interested to see how this plays out. So, TBD on that. Oregon State, this is hilarious, fired their interim coach, who was appointed at the beginning of the season due to a late departure of their previous coach. Oregon State could be the winners of the Pac-12 this year, as they have the head-to-head matchup victory against 5-5 Washington State. Let us not just swipe under the rug that Oregon State is 2-9 at the moment. They have one more head-to-head matchup that will decide the Pac-12 winner, which could theoretically be a 3-win Oregon State team.
That's just nuts. I mean, given the situation, though, that they're going to play each other twice in the regular season.
Mm-hmm. So I always thought this was going to be hilarious if somehow whoever won the Pac ended up in the college football playoff. That would have been best case scenario.
Make
for
them the
everything.
group of 5. Make them the group of 5.
No.
That would have been the best thing ever. All right. Anything else in college football world?
No.
All right. Let's move on to other interesting news in sports.
There's a hell of a finish in Ohio.
Go
so
ahead,
you had
mate.
a hell of a finish at West Liberty. I saw a hell of a finish in Ohio.
Go on.
The Battle of 224, or as I call it, the Battle of Ogden newspapers. 2 newspaper locations that we handle. Findlay versus Tiffin. Findlay comes in nationally ranked, undefeated against cross-rival Tiffin. And Findlay scores a go-ahead touchdown with like 56 seconds to go. Kicked the ball back to Tiffin, who had a hold on the return. Takes over with like 50-ish seconds. Ball on their own 6. Down by 4. Goes down and wins the game on the final play of the game. 96-yard drive in 56 seconds to win the game.
That's it. That is a thrilling finish. Yeah, I had the thrilling finish. You had a thrilling finish. How was your officiating duties in that game, Nate? Were you in the booth or were you on the field?
I was sitting in a set of bleachers, filing the game report from the end zone.
All right.
So that final play happened literally right in front of me.
All right, Nate.
But I had a playoff game Friday night, and it was a shit show blowout.
All right. It's going to be the 12th ranked team in their second round matchup, potentially against a top team in the college football world. All right. Let's move on to other interesting news in sports.
Interesting news in sports.
Starting in the hockey world, former Wheeling Nailers goalkeeper Sergei Murashov gets his first NHL win by a shutout against Nashville in Sweden as part of the Hockey Abroad initiative this season.
Yes. I thought it was super cool as someone who like goes to several Nailers games a year just to kind of see the flow through of the farm system and how it works. Congrats to him. That's awesome. They did a little thing. I went to the Nailers game this weekend on Saturday. They had like a little video of him and like wished him well and all those good things. So.
All right.
And I believe I saw something because I was at the game last week when he made his debut. And I think they said there's now been 70 former Wheeling Nailers players make it to the league.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So Nailers are 9-1 this season.
Those dollar beer nights doing something for the world.
There you go.
All right, and last, we're going to get some basketball news here, starting with the West Virginia University women beating a ranked Duke squad with only 5 players available in the second half, thanks to an end of first half bench clearing situation that had all of WU's bench players dismissed for the rest of the game. Alex,
Yeah.
I know you were tuned into this one, so give us your thoughts.
So I thought it was going to be like I didn't watch it live. I kind of got tuned in by notifications, and I thought it was going to be like a huge bench clearing brawl. It really wasn't. It was kind of a scuffle between 2 players, but because WVU's players came onto the court, they were ejected from the game. So it was the person who was in the scuffle, and then all the bench players except for one got ejected. So they had the 4 on the court plus 1 bench player, and they only had 5 players for the entire second half. I think Duke's was ranked 15th, WU unranked, and they held on. I should say came back. I guess they were down a little bit at the half, but to beat Duke with 5 players. So good on them. It really wasn't a overly exciting scuffle. It was really just 2 players pushing each other, and because WVU women got up off the bench and came onto the court, that's where the ejection took place.
Good for WVU women. Let's see what they can do when they have the whole bench available to them.
I would also like to say that WVU men beat Pitt handily.
So is this like one of the best weekends in sports ever for you, Alex, if WVU or football would have won?
It would have been really great. Would have been great. Steelers, WVU basketball, WVU women's basketball, and WVU football. That's a quadrifecta.
Would have been a good one. In the NBA, Victor Wembanyama dunked down on Draymond Green, and the internet is loving every second of it.
I missed this. I haven't.
Alex, I got your
I'm not a
notifications
basketball
turned
fan, but I
on.
did see.
I know. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Nate.
I said, not a basketball guy, but I did see this. Loved it.
Yeah, so there was what really was it was an inbounds play from under the basket. Wembanyama and Draymond Green are locked up. There's some jockeying for position back and forth. An official comes in. It's pretty much like, hey guys, let's get this play started. Stop. Wembanyama just turns around. The ball gets thrown up, and he just dunks directly on Draymond, and then stops because he was fouled, yells in his face, and just stands there over him. And then Draymond tried to, call a little distraction attention away from it. And let's just say that nobody really cared what Draymond did after that went down.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Draymond got posterized, and the world loves it.
Indeed.
Yeah, you can't act like Draymond acts and people not to celebrate that.
Yeah. And last in the basketball world, Grace College in women's basketball beats Ohio Christian 172-91, breaking the all-division scoring record.
Interesting news in sports.
I'm sorry, but 172 points is exciting, Jim.
Yeah.
Jim, do you have any other interesting news in sports that you would
Maybe
like
it
to
was a
share?
high-scoring 172, like 150.
NASCAR, left turn.
I mean,
Yeah,
at
we-
some point-
NASCAR, talk about people beating their faces in. What do we want to talk about here?
I'm just saying, you're sitting in a game, you see that many points scored. Like at some point, just like I'm gonna go get popcorn. I'm good.
Is that what you did in the high state game versus UCLA? They're beating them, so you just went to get popcorn?
You have no idea what I did.
I don't, so you should enlighten us.
I did in fact get up and go get some beverages. I went with Noah. It was me and Noah, and the stories I can tell. That man is a trip.
Do we have Noah on soon?
Yeah, it's a good time.
See, no, Muff, I feel like the way he's expressing this makes me feel like you should be grateful for my behavior at Mountaineer games.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
I am grateful, Alex. I am grateful.
I feel like we keep Noah around so that I don't look so bad when it comes to my behavior at a sporting
Yeah,
event.
probably. Probably.
All right, that wraps up this week's episode of Sports Stuff with Jim Muff. As a reminder, you can catch the Sports Stuff, Betting Stuff episodes on Wednesday nights, where Jim, Alex, Nemi, and I give you all the hints, tips, and tricks going into the weekend of college football betting. And as always, follow us at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter, Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Ding ding.
Get the bell on, and make sure that if you don't already, you tell a friend. Make a friend. Be a friend.